The big day is here. Fans in mid-Missouri are anxiously waiting for the Chiefs to take the field. Plus, the streets in Miami are flooded with fans. Hear from a former Tiger about his journey to this year's game.
I'm Natalie Jones, live in Kansas City Power and Light, where this is the place to be for Super Bowl Sunday. KOMU8 News at 5 starts now.
Coverage you can count on. KOMU8 News starts now.
We are less than an hour away from the start of Super Bowl 54. You're taking a live look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, where the Chiefs will take on the 49ers. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Emily Spain. Thanks for joining us. It sure is a beautiful day for football in Florida and for Super Bowl parties all across mid-Missouri. We've got team coverage for you from the Sunshine State to downtown Columbia to Kansas City. Let's start with KOMU8's Amber Robb live from Miami. And Amber, what is it looking like out there?
Here on Ocean Drive, the streets are blocked off and packed with people. This area is full of excitement because this is it, the moment Kansas City Chiefs fans have been waiting for. Earlier today, I was at Hard Rock Stadium where several fans were already waiting for the moment they could get inside. And that moment was hours away. That's how excited these people were. I spoke to a former University of Missouri football player today who's got a seat at the big game. He says, win or lose, he's still so grateful for the experience.
The chance of a lifetime to get to come to a game to see your team in it. Chance to hang out with a great friend from back in our Mizzou days. And, just to be here is still a special feeling.
We've seen more Chiefs fans out here today than 49ers. That's probably because it's been 50 years since Chiefs have been to a Super Bowl. Stick with us throughout the entire night as we bring you coverage through team coverage throughout the night. Live in Miami Beach, I'm Amber Robb, KOMU8 News.
Governor Parson and First Lady Teresa Parson are in Florida for the big game. The governor tweeted this picture earlier today when they arrived standing by some palm trees, of course, along with a Go Chiefs. And a lot of Chiefs fans flocked to Miami, but it looks like things in Kansas City are heating up just as much. KOMU8's Natalie Jones is live in Kansas City's Power and Light District with a look at the electric atmosphere. Natalie.
These gates behind me have let thousands of people in today. Kansas City Power and Light is actually at capacity. I'm going to step out of the way so you can see some of the action here. Fans packed this place 6 hours before kickoff, and now just minutes before, it is an absolute sea of red. I spoke with fans from Seattle, Los Angeles, some that even camped out overnight to get their place in history, and they all seem pretty confident that the Chiefs were going to come away with this one. The game is really going to come down to the Kansas City defense, and they're going to have to stop none other than George Kittle, the man who has really ignited that offense for San Francisco. But don't worry, Chiefs fans, you still have a shining star in your rank. Chris Jones has been the guy to look at on defense for the Chiefs. But either way, fans seem pretty confident that no matter what the score is, the Chiefs are going to bring the trophy back home.
I think Chiefs by, honestly, Chiefs by at least 4. I think 30, let's say 37-31. Chiefs.
I won't talk about it. I'm not going to throw any numbers out there. Just here for victory, that's all.
I don't feel like final score as long as we bring home a trophy. Sounds good. And that.
So some fans still too nervous to call it. Some fans pretty confident. Win or lose, I will bring you more coverage with Chris Trevino on Sports Extra. For now, live in Kansas City, Natalie Jones, KOMU8 Sports.
And it's not just in Kansas City. Local Chiefs fans here in mid-Missouri have been out in full force all day to show their pride for the team. KOMU8's Spencer Humphrey spent the day talking to fans at hangouts around Columbia. He joins us now live downtown.
Yeah, we're here on Broadway in downtown Columbia, where fans are ready to watch the Chiefs take the field here in just a little bit. And if there's one thing we've learned today, it's that you don't have to be from Kansas City to be a Chiefs fan. Around town, we've talked to people who have been out since as early as 10 this morning. Even some former St. Louis Rams fans say they're now all in for the Chiefs. And when it comes to who their favorite player is, Pat Mahomes is the runaway favorite. Here's a little taste of the atmosphere around town today.
I'm from St. Louis, but I'm rooting for the Chiefs because I just want to see him win.
Patty Mahomes, baby, he's the greatest to ever play. You best believe it.
I cannot tell this guy to shut up about Patrick Mahomes enough. It's unbelievable. This guy would marry the man if he won.
Hey, the whole city's behind your back. All of Columbia's behind your back. Let's go, baby.
That's how you do it. Andy Reid,
I love you. Let's get that Super Bowl,
How
baby.
about them Chiefs? How about them Chiefs?
Well, there you have it, a little taste of what the mood has been like around Columbia today. If there's one thing to take away from today, it's that Columbia is definitely hoping for a Chiefs win. Now, we'll be here throughout the evening as the game goes on, and we'll have live updates for you and reaction coming up on KMU 8 News at 9 and 10. For now, reporting live in downtown Columbia, Spencer Humphrey, KMU 8 News.
Looks like they're having a good time out there. Continuing our team coverage this afternoon, KMU 8's Noah Klein is live in Roachport. And Noah, you're at a special watch party with a very special guest who knows a thing or two about Chiefs playing in the Super Bowl.
Emily, I'm at a very, very special party here in Roachport, and I'm joined by an even more special guest. Nancy Shepard's here. Nancy cheered in the first ever Super Bowl for the Kansas City Chiefs. Nancy, can we take Mid-Missouri back for a second? What was it like back then?
Well, I was a inner city girl who was a tomboy and an athlete. And so in high school, the only way for me to demonstrate my abilities was to become a cheerleader. And I just couldn't get enough of cheerleading, so out of high school I heard about the Chiefs tryouts, and I went, and I made it. And it was fantastic, and my dad and my boyfriend liked to come to the games because we got 2 free tickets to each home game.
There you go. And what was it like kind of that day? Take me back in the moment. What can you remember?
Well, I remember there were 12 cheerleaders, if I remember correctly, and we were told, do not bring anything. It was the middle of winter, but we couldn't take a coat, couldn't take anything. Our uniforms and a purse were all we were allowed. We were put on an airplane with the Chiefs and flew to L.A., where the Green Bay Packers and the Chiefs had the first game in Super Bowl history. What I remember is that we got stuck in L.A. because of fog-in, and so all us cute little girls just had to stay in the motel room with our purses and our uniforms.
There you go.
And so we weren't allowed to go out.
There you go. And then, you know what, Emily, I know I'm supposed to join you back at the anchor desk, but I think I might stay here and party with Nancy. What do we say? Anything else before we go?
Go Chiefs!
That's our time. Thanks.
Okay, thanks, Noah. I'm going to bring you back. Sorry. Moving on this afternoon to other news in our area. One person is dead and another hurt after a shooting at a club in downtown Columbia early this morning. Columbia police have made one arrest. KMU 8's Elise Schoenig joins us now. And Elise, you were at a still active scene this morning.
Yeah, Emily, officers still had the area around Vibes nightclub on 5th Street taped off just this morning. Police say a shooting happened right around here at 2:30 a.m. Officers found 2 victims with serious gunshot wounds. Tershawn Kitchen, a 34-year-old man from Columbia, was pronounced dead. And the other victim is a 30-year-old woman. She is still in the hospital with life-threatening injuries. Police have not released her name just yet. The CPD has arrested 36-year-old Curtis Lewis for the crime. He's in the Boone County Jail facing multiple charges, including voluntary manslaughter and armed criminal action. I spoke to the owner of the club today. He says the victim was an employee and his heart goes out to his family. In the studio, Elise Schoenig, KMU 8 News.
Well, today we could have broken a record. We were very close. 67 is where we ended up today. The record, 68 degrees, only 1 degree more, back from 1992. We were very close to it. I hope you were able to get out there and enjoy our weather today. Currently, we're at 61 in Columbia, 70 degrees if you're in the lake area, 60 over there in Kansas City, and 53 in Moberly. A little cooler just up to the north. We do have mostly sunny skies out there as expected, and if you look out here at the United States and down at Miami, a lot of sunshine there. They're not going to be seeing too many clouds. It's very warm in Miami too. Temperatures are actually right in the 60s here. Check this out. Miami's at 65. We're right here at 61. We're having Miami weather today in time for the Super Bowl. San Diego, they're over there at 62. All of us in the 60s. It's going to be warm tomorrow too, but then we have a storm system bringing us chance for rain, ice, and snow for 2 days. Tracking everything you need to know for that system coming up.
Okay, thanks, Kenton. Also coming up this afternoon, still mourning the loss of NBA legend Kobe Bryant, the Staples Center has a plan for the items thousands of fans left for his memorial. Plus, an emotional return for churchgoers, the first service in 4 years. Welcome back. A church in Sedalia that caught fire nearly 4 years ago celebrated a first today. KMU 8's Kathleen Merck is here in the studio with how the congregation came together.
First United Methodist Church in Sedalia celebrated its first services at a new facility today. Church members told me today brought back memories of the old building, but they're also excited for the future. The church has 2 buildings, one located downtown and one just outside of town. In 2016, the downtown building burnt down in a devastating fire. They never found out what caused the blaze. One parishioner told me how she thinks the new facility will change the church.
They claim the downtown church was a dying church, but I never really believed that. I hope it does continue, that a lot of the younger people continue to go here, as well as the older ones.
The new facility fits 400 people and will hold regular Sunday services at 11 a.m. In the studio, Catherine Merck, KOMU 8 News.
We get 2 days of spring, both today and tomorrow. It's going to be warm out there.
Thousands of fans have left items honoring Bryant, his daughter, and the 7 others killed. The president of the Staples Center said Bryant's wife, Vanessa, reached out to him saying her family would like to have the items. Staples Center officials suggest fans who are still interested in doing something can donate to the Mamba Foundations. Hundreds of Lebanese and Palestinian demonstrators demonstrated near the U.S. Embassy in Lebanon today. They are protesting against President Trump's Middle East peace plan. Trump plans to turn over key parts of the West Bank to Israel. Protesters waved flags on a road leading to the embassy amid tight security by Lebanese troops and riot policemen. Well, Apple is temporarily closing its stores in China, one of its largest markets. The closures come as coronavirus spreads quickly across the country. The company said it was closing stores, corporate offices, and contact centers in China until February 9th, quote, out of an abundance of caution based on the latest advice from leading health experts. China is the company's 3rd biggest market in terms of sales. They come behind the U.S. and Europe. China is also where most iPhones and other devices are made.
We'll take another look at our almanac today because remember, it was very warm. Our high temperature. Emily.
Okay, thanks, Kenton. The dispute that almost cost fans access to streaming the Super Bowl. Agreement that will allow users to stream tonight's Super Bowl game. The last-minute deal comes after Roku said it would drop all of Fox's streaming apps from its platform. The two engaged in a war of words through social media. The standoff was the latest in a growing number of battles between channel owners and streaming device manufacturers. Delta Airlines is launching a new uniform program for its employees. The decision comes after complaints the current uniforms, unveiled in 2018, caused serious medical problems. Hundreds of Delta employees have sued the manufacturer of the uniforms. The suit claims the uniforms caused skin rashes and breathing problems. Delta plans to launch the new uniforms next year. Well, it's tax season, and that can mean scam season. The Better Business Bureau is getting the word out about Tax Identity Theft Awareness Week. Taxpayers should look out for IRS imposters who try to get your Social Security number. It says if someone calls you and demands money, don't pay. For more information, go to bbb.org. We'll be right back. Now here's the look we're following for KOMU 8 News at 10 o'clock. Our Super Bowl team coverage continues. We'll have updates from Miami and here closer to home with how fans are celebrating in Kansas City and here in Columbia. That's coming up at 10. Kenton.
Temperatures are pretty nice out there at 61 in Columbia, 70 for Jefferson City and areas to the south there. Now tomorrow, a bit more cloud cover, temperatures back into the lower and middle 60s, just depending on really how much sunshine we end up with. But overall, it's going to be very warm again tomorrow, then more winter on Tuesday, Wednesday.
Okay, go Chiefs.
Go Chiefs.
We'll see you after the game.